What's going on, everybody? I am here to do a review for the movie Old. Now, I'm going to be honest. I had absolutely no intentions of seeing this movie whatsoever, but the previews kind of got me intrigued. I don't know why I kind of let trailer trickery get the best of me with this movie, especially considering the person who made the movie was M. Night Shyamalan, or as I like to call him, M. Night Shit on damn near everything that he's been making for the last I don't know how many years. Especially because he left a bad taste in my mouth of what he did with The Last Airbender. I literally spent 2 weeks binge watching that cartoon, which is probably one of the top 5 or maybe even my top 3 best cartoons ever created for 2 weeks. And then the movie comes out and that's what we got. And I almost walked out on that movie. I literally almost was like, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much done with him. I saw his other movies like Split, Unbreakable. Now those are pretty good. And then he came out with Glass and it was mediocre. I was like, okay, I don't know how this guy continues to get work or he's able to continue making movies. I don't know what kind of contract he has with Hollywood or what kind of contract Hollywood has with him, but he's able to still continue to make film. So he now has this new movie that just came out called Old, which is an adaptation of this book or a novel called Sandcastle, which basically involves a family going on a vacation. They went on a vacation to this resort on a remote kind of an island. And then they basically get an invitation to go to this beach. It's kind of like a deserted beach where it's real open. It's a real nice looking beach, and they get ready. They are able to go there, and then all of a sudden, weird things start to happen to the point where they start to age rapidly. So imagine instead of aging in years, you age within a day, and that's basically the premise of the movie, and them trying to get off of the island. And then they end up encountering other people and things of that nature, and they're all trying to figure out what's going on. How is this happening? How can they survive this? Will they survive it? And will they be able to expose what is actually going on? Because I'm going to be honest, my curiosity got the best of me because I wanted to see what the plot twist was behind this. Because I said a movie with a premise like this definitely has to have a plot twist in there somewhere. And it does have a plot twist, but it comes way at the end of the movie. But the way that they set up the plot twist was like, you mean to tell me that was the plot twist and you couldn't have done this sooner? To the point where a lot of this could have been avoided. So, but that's, like I said, that's M. Night for you. Now, of course, because it's an M. Night film, I definitely have some critiques. One, the acting. The acting in this movie was like this for me. It was flat. Like a lot of the acting was flat. And a lot of the actors that was in this, I can't say that I've seen many of them in any other film. For a lot of them, this might have been their first film or their second film, or maybe they did indie films and this is their first big film or a film that's gone to the theaters. And I can tell by the way that some of them sounded like they were reading off of their script. Some of them sounded like they were overacting. Like it was this one actress, and I hate to have to pick on her, but she was the only black actress in the movie. It was another one, but she had a very small line, but she really didn't matter. But it was one actress in the movie. She overacted. To me, she overacted. If y'all see the movie, you'll know exactly what I mean. But a lot of them did overact in this movie, but none more than her. And some of the other ones did too. Also, the kid actors that they had in this movie, they overacted. Like I said, I had a problem with the acting. I don't think it was anybody in this movie that I really cared for acting-wise. Like I said, a lot of them overacted, that they did too much. I know that in a position like this, you're supposed to panic and you're supposed to be scared because you're stuck on this island and you can't find a way to get off and you're aging rapidly. So, of course, that would scare anybody, but at the same time, make it believable. Like, sometimes I felt like I got disconnected from the characters because their acting was so bad. And that's just how I felt about it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Another major issue that I probably had more than the acting was the cinematography. Now, you're on this remote island, and I'm going to be honest, like when they did the wide shots, like of the beach and the water and the waves and everything, those shots looked nice. But when they were doing some of these shots, when it came to the actors, like close-up shots, some of them were so close in their face, some was like, their face was here, the camera's off here, and there's a whole bunch of dead space right here. And it was one scene in the movie where the kids age rapidly, and you're supposed to hear them from behind because they're not revealing how they look now because they're older. that shot just looked weird because it's like you had a shot on the side of one head, a shot from the side of another head that was facing the camera because she was eating, and then the other one you had a shot of the girl standing, so you have a shot of her legs, and it was just a weird shot or angle how they did it. So that was another thing that I had with an issue that I had with the movie was this camera work. Like, I don't know what made them shoot it like that, but again, that goes back on M. Night because he's the director, so that's all pretty much, on him. Now, I will say it was one part in the movie that did make me and another woman laugh in the theater, and I'm actually shocked they put this in the movie, but I actually saw it coming with a line that was coming up with a line that was said. And basically they were talking about aging rapidly. Now, mind you, it was only two black people on the beach, the overacting black actress and the not so good acting black man. Like, I don't know what it was, but like I said, the acting was just terrible. It just was. It wasn't that good. From on the beach when they were talking about aging rapidly, and the guy, the actor, the black male, he basically said the line of, "This is one of the times I bet you wish they were I bet they wish they were black." Basically, stating that black people age much slower than white people, especially since they were the only two black people on that particular beach. Because basically, the cast was basically white, two black people, and one Asian guy, and that's pretty much the whole cast right there. Like, the cast was very small. Like, it was no more than 10 people, and everything like that. So I thought that line was actually pretty funny, and I'm actually shocked that they actually slipped that in. I don't know if that was in the script or if that actor ad-libbed it. If he ad-libbed him, I will give him 2 points for actually stating that, and I will give M. Night a half of a point for actually letting it stay in the film. But what else did I have? Like I said, I'm gonna be honest, I had more problems than I had likes with this movie. Like I said, I didn't go into this movie with high expectations. I just wanted to see what the plot twist was going to be and to see if the people was going to make it off the island. I actually almost don't even mind spoiling because I know some of you probably won't even see it. But I will say that how it ended, I'm glad that it did not end in a cliche way. Because based on what I was seeing in comment sections, based on people who read the book, they were saying that it ended badly for everybody that was there. But the movie did not end apparently the way that the book did. So basically they were able to foil the plan of what they were actually doing. So basically these people were invited to this beach for a reason. It's not like they just went there just to go there. They were selected for a reason. And basically the reasoning is because they all had some issues, or I think some medical issues or something like that. And they basically was using them to try to get something out of them so they could project it into the world, so they could, I guess, quote unquote, help people, because they always have to throw in that I gotta help people do something so they can actually go forward and do whatever the case may be. But there were survivors. There were only I'm gonna be honest, it was only 2 people that lived. Like I said, I don't even mind spoiling this movie because it wasn't that good. It was only 2 people that lived in this movie, and I was mad not because they lived, but because how they figured out how to get off of the island or off of the beach easily could have been figured out way before then, and they could have saved way more people. Like I said, it started off with like 10 people, and it narrowed down to 2 when they really probably could have saved at least 7. And also the Asian guy, he did something so stupid. I'm like, so he gets in the water and he's talking about, I need to go, I'm a swimmer. I used to be on a swim team. I could swim to the shore and everything like that and see if I can get help. So he decides he's going to try to swim out into the water. Mind you, the black guy was already on the beach with another woman. And he said that the other woman, she went out and swam into the water and she just kind of disappeared, and he never saw her since because he was already there. He was actually the first person there, him and that other woman. If he told you that, what would make you think you saying, oh, I'm a swimmer, I can go out there and I can swim in this water and I can reach the shore and we know I can get help? What made you think that you was going to make it? So the daughter, actually, well, not his daughter, the one who played the daughter in the movie, she was going out swimming in the water, and then all of a sudden his body washes up towards her and he pretty much drowned. So he's dead. He's gone right there. Doing dumb shit. my God. Like I said, this movie was not good, but I didn't go into it with high expectations. I just didn't. But like I said, this is an M. Night film for you. I just wanted to see what the plot twist was going to be, and like I said, I'm glad it did not end on a cliche note, meaning they killed everybody. They didn't do that, because I think in the book they did kill everybody. But this one, it didn't happen. It was one gross scene in there, and it involved the woman who was supposed to be like the model type. When she aged, basically her bones got so weak. It's almost like she got osteoporosis. And she, had like, she was trying to throw a rock and everything at the kids, because she was like, don't look at me, don't look at me. She had a humpback, like, she turned hideous. And then when she tried to pick up the rock got too heavy for her and it dropped on her shoulder. Her shoulder broke, like it looked like it broke. And then when she fell onto the ground trying to get out, she kept hitting her body up against the rocks, and her body was all mangled and everything. Like, that was nasty. That was very gruesome. You could actually hear the cracks every time she kept hitting her. I think at that point she just accepted her fate and was like, look, I'm not going to get out of this, so I'm just going to throw my body around on these rocks and I'm going to mangle my body up. And that's exactly what the hell she did. Now, one of the craziest parts in this movie too was when the little girl, when she started to age, she got pregnant by the boy when he got older, and when she had a rapid birth. All you heard was a baby crying when she gave birth, and then all of a sudden got quiet. Basically, the baby died instantly because the baby could not survive that. A baby could not survive really on that island through that particular process. So that was kind of wild right there. I'm trying to think what other moments happened in here. One thing I will say, I will give this, is when the parents of the children started to notice that they aged, they started to get ailments that they probably would have gotten if they aged in the proper form. So the mother, she started to lose her hearing. The father, he started to lose his vision. So I actually liked. That like I said, there's a lot that I didn't like, but there were some things that I did like. So I like that they actually incorporated what would happen to these people if they aged at the rate that they were supposed to and not at the rate that was accelerated. And I also like the fact that the only way they could tell their time was based on what happened to each other. So if they noticed that something was happening to somebody age-wise, that's how they could determine what the time was. So if someone was like, like the father was, losing his vision and the mother was losing her hearing, they could determine probably what age they were at. And the thing is, they were like I said, they were aging very rapidly. So say that an hour would have passed, that's like literally 10 years knocked off of their life. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't think that was the actual thing, but let's just hypothetically say an hour passed by. So say that, it's 4:00 p.m. When 5 p.m. came, if you was 5 years old at 4, by 5 you were 15. So that's basically how it worked. Basically, you were aging 5 years every 30 minutes. So in that aspect, that is scary. I mean, imagine being in a situation where that actually could occur. So I said the premise of the movie was good. It's just that the stuff that was within just didn't satisfy me. And like I said, I did not go into this expecting Oscar-worthy performances. Like I said, a lot of these actors I've never seen before. Like, they're not these top tier, as far as I know, A-list actors. Maybe someone can correct me if they decide to do the research. But I've never seen a lot of these actors before. So like I said, the acting was, for me. That cinematography was horrible, except for the landscape shots. That was horrible. The landscape shots was nice, but the way that they shot it was just weird to me. I don't know why it was shot like that. That's just crazy. But like I said, this is the mind of M. Night, so we already know how he is. But like I said, the premise of the story was good. I like that they didn't end the movie on a cliche where they just straight up kill everybody. What else? That's pretty much it. Like, I don't think I really have anything else left to say or to break down about this movie. It's probably some stuff that I missed, but it's probably some stuff that was worth forgetting. I'm just being completely honest. So that was my review for the movie Old, based on the adaptation of the book called Sandcastle. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I don't even have to ask if y'all going to see it, because based on my review, y'all probably aren't. So I am the sacrificial lamb, and I have no problem being just that. But y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to you in the next one.